SportsCenter on the Road is presented by Rocket Mortgage, by Quicken Loans, and we're joined this morning. We have to say this is even more fitting today. Super Bowl 44 champion Jonathan Vilma joins us. Look, Super Bowl 54, we've been talking about this all week. Two of the best tight ends in the game. You got Travis Kelce and you've got George Kittle. But which player poses more problems for the opposing defense?
It's going to be George Kittle for the 49ers, and it's really because of his appearance in the running game. He's so violent, he's so tenacious in the running game that there's not a time where he comes off the field and then you can say, all right, when George Kittle's back on the field, these are the passing routes that they like, these are the passing concepts. Because George Kittle is always in the game, because he runs the ball or he blocks so well and is very effective, it makes it tough for linebackers and for safeties to key in on the passing game. And of course, because he's so awesome in the passing game, that's when you have to really worry about him, because that's where he made his hay.
You're going to hear the name Ryan Clark a few times here in the closing bit of this segment, but Ryan selected the Niners as the winners of this game tonight. Who do you pick?
I have the Niners 27-20. A lower scoring game. The Niners are going to be able to run the ball effectively, and then the defensive line, defensive front seven for the Niners is going to be able to get after Mahomes and slow him down. Not stop him, but slow him down to a lower scoring game, 27-20.
You think he'll do it?
I think he's more likely to do it than Ryan.
So Ryan wouldn't jump in the pool.
Yeah.
There's a pool behind you.
Yeah.
You're in Florida. We've been staring at this pool all week.
No, I'm not. It's actually cold down here. I'm not jumping in any pool. No, it's like 55 right now.
Define cold, Super Bowl 44 champion Jonathan Vilma.
You're not inviting.
50 some odd degrees. That's fine.
All right.
We're going to get somebody to do it.
Somebody's going to bite.
He's got a full day of coverage. He can't get.
Not me.
So credit.
Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs versus that Niners and their stifling defense. Let's kick off Super Bowl Sunday. Jeff Darlington and the Niners. You're up first.
Well, Nicole, how about this? Kyle Shanahan wants his players to sleep in today. No chance. These guys will absolutely be awake as soon as this sun comes up here in Miami. But we should point out that Shanahan's message is to stay calm, to stay relaxed, to make sure they recognize the game is not until 6:30 p.m. They need to save their energy. That, too, sort of the message a day ago when he took his players over to Hard Rock Stadium to get them prepared. That he doesn't want them to show up today in awe of the surroundings, but instead be relaxed. He also took them through the halftime routine. Halftime is 29 minutes for the Super Bowl. That's a lot longer than normal. Told his players for the first 16 minutes, stay hydrated, get some stretching in, and then the final 13 minutes, do your normal halftime routine. That clearly the message from Shanahan here. He's got Super Bowl experience. He knows you can peak too early. This is a guy who's telling his players, everything we can possibly do, everything we can prepare for has been done the last 2 weeks. We are ready to go. He also said, we are itching to go. I know who else is itching to go. Sal Paolantonio, my man, with the Kansas City Chiefs. What's up, Sal?
Good morning, Jeff Darlington. Happy Super Bowl Sunday. Yesterday, the Kansas City Chiefs went back to the Dolphins facility indoors because it was raining and had a final mock game of Super Bowl 54. All eyes will be on Patrick Mahomes II, the superstar of this football team. So I texted Andy Reid yesterday, and I said to him, what will be your final talking points to your young quarterback? And because I know Andy Reid for 20 years, he called me back after practice, and he said, I just told him, just go play. The juice is going to be flowing beginning of the game. After that, calm down. Just go be you. Let yourself go. Let your personality show. Today, they will have a morning breakfast, of course. They will have a final walkthrough, some position meetings. The buses don't depart for the stadium for another 9 hours, but it will start this morning with a meal. And you know how I start breakfast with a meal? I always bring my New York Post, Nicole Briscoe. There it is, your complete guide to Super Bowl Sunday. But you know what? You don't need the New York Post. If you want a guide to Super Bowl Sunday, just watch SportsCenter, right?
There is that. And Sal, what is this? Year 25 for you at the Super Bowl?
25 Super Bowls at ESPN. That is correct.
That is a big milestone number. I cannot wait for the game tonight. By the way, Vegas says the Chiefs by 1.5. Thanks, guys.
All right, Super Bowl champion Ryan Clark joining us now from Miami. Ryan, who's an under-the-radar player on the Chiefs offense who you think could be a big factor in this game?
I'm looking at Damian Williams, the running back of the Kansas City Chiefs, to be the guy who can make some plays to take some pressure off of Patrick Mahomes and the guys outside. Andy Reid has done a great job of scheming up things to give him opportunities to make plays. You're going to see a jet sweep motion here, which is combined with a toss action by Thompson. This is going to pull the Tennessee Titans out of the middle of the field, where Damian Williams is designed to run. There's only one backer left to tackle him. You see the great jump cut there. Gets 6 yards when he only needs one. One of my favorite plays of the playoffs has been this play. We get a jet sweep motion again, which makes you move laterally as a defense, and you pitch the ball opposite. Great block by Robinson on a crack to start the run, and then Eric Fisher getting out in front of the play, getting hands on Vernon Hargreaves, which gives Damian Williams the corner. Good block downfield. This actually should have been a touchdown. This is the play that started the comeback. A 3-deep coverage, man-to-man pulled up. You're going to see them pick off the linebacker here with a up and under. When you get the high-low, the linebacker now can't get over and flow to Damian Williams. Easy seam route. Patrick Mahomes gives him the ball where he can run and catch. Touchdown, and then the route was on. This team has great players all around, but if they want to take some of the pressure off of Patrick Mahomes, Damian Williams in the run and the pass would be a good way to do it.
You played in 2 Super Bowls here, Ryan Clark. What are these hours leading up to kickoff like for the players?
I mean, they're pretty regular, to be honest with you. You just getting prepared to play a game. The game is at an odd time of the day, and you know it's the Super Bowl, but you really don't start to feel it until you get into the stadium. So for me, it was about making sure my suit was straight, making sure I was prepared mentally. You go through your playbook, but you try as much as possible to do everything the same way you've done it for every game day the entire season. Because when the game starts, when you get the national anthem, you feel the emotion, you feel the adrenaline, and that's when you finally recognize this just isn't any Super Bowl Sunday or any Sunday. It's Super Bowl Sunday, and it's game time.
I don't know if you could see the video that we were running, but we showed a younger Ryan Clark stopping Anquan Bolden on the goal line there in Tampa. No big deal. Kind of a big deal considering you guys won. That's Ryan Clark, Super Bowl champion on SportsCenter AM.
Defenses with play calling. Yeah, and George Kittle, I think, becomes a big factor with that. There's no better coach at taking players on defense who have both a run and a pass responsibility and putting them in conflict. And let's start that with Kittle right now. We'll take a look at exactly what I mean. And you're going to see right here that Garoppolo is going to be under center. And they're in 12 personnel. They've got 2 tight ends on the field. And here the coverage is going to be cover 3. That's the defender right there, that linebacker, who's going to be put in conflict. He's got a run responsibility, and he has a pass coverage responsibility as the flat defender. So how do they deal with that? They put Deebo Samuel in motion across the formation. So what happens, Matt? The linebacker moves inside the formation. Yep. So now he's playing run away from him because it's going to be a zone run to the other side of the field, a zone run look. And the run-pass fusion with Kyle Shanahan is the best in the league. The run and the pass look exactly the same. There's Kittle. He's going to work across the formation. Remember, that linebacker is responsible for the flat. So what happens? Kittle goes across the formation. The linebacker has stepped inside to play run. He's outflanked. That's his area of responsibility, Trey. So he was put in conflict and couldn't respond. That's a 21-yard gain. But then you get Kittle and Matt. This is simple stuff. Now Kittle is attached from the formation. He's the slot to the field. Here's a matchup. It's cover 1. It's man coverage. He's got a safety on him, Budda Baker. You'll see a safety. It could be Matthew, could be Sorensen, could be Fuller. But it doesn't matter because Kittle is a man when he's doing this stuff. I mean, this is just man-to-man coverage, and Kittle can win. And then it's run after catch, and there may be no tight end better in the league run after catch than Kittle. So Trey, Kittle to me is a big, big X factor in this game versus both man and zone.
All right, so that's your X factor. What about you?
Tyrann Mathieu. Talk about his football intelligence, his versatility. He's a monster back in this defense. And what they can do, take away middle field throws versus Garoppolo and impact the run game. That's what I'm going to show you right here. So let's go to the film on Tyrann Mathieu. Let's go back, Greg, the matchup against the Baltimore Ravens. Lamar Jackson and shotgun alignment. And here they have nickel personnel on the field. 5 defensive backs in the game for the Kansas City Chiefs. What they're showing, Greg, split safety or 2 high safety alignment. They're showing that to Lamar pre-snap. What Jackson wants to do, he wants to throw the underneath sit route to tight end Mark Andrews. And here's Tyrann Mathieu. He's going to play a robber technique. Roll down at the snap of the football. And look at this, young DBs. Show some patience. Play high to low.
Right.
Lie in the weeds a little bit. It's okay. Now you can look up the quarterback. Lamar wants to hit that route inside. Look at Tyrann Mathieu, the positioning. He's in a proper position. Now he can drive downhill, break in the football, go make a play in the football and knock it down. You do that against San Francisco, it could turn into an interception. Now let's talk about the run game. Roll down to the strong side of the formation against the Indianapolis Colts. Greg, what does this look like? Looks like San Francisco to me.
Absolutely.
Pre-snap jet motion, get some misdirection. And off of that, they're going to run a toss-crack scheme, which you'll also see from the 49ers. That tells the left tackle, I got to pull outside and block Mathieu at the point of attack. But here's that football intelligence. Trust your eyes. If you believe it, go see it and make the play. Don't wait for a tackle to road grade you out of there. Beat him to the edge. Now you're into the backfield. Square up on the running back, get him down. That's an impact play, and I really believe they're going to win the Super Bowl. Trey, he has to make a couple impact plays.
Just so you know, here's how Tyrann Mathieu snaps have been broken down this year. 406 at safety, 457 at slot corner, 139 at outside linebacker, 42 at inside linebacker, and 18 at perimeter cornerback. He has been everywhere. So we've come to the end of the road. It is time to pick who's walking out of this stadium later on with the trophy today. Greg, who do you like?
I'm going to go with the 49ers. I think it'll be a high-scoring game. I think they'll win it 35-31.
Matt?
I'm going with the Kansas City Chiefs. I think Patrick Mahomes is a game changer versus that defensive line. That's the matchup to watch.
Listen, I think we can all agree that the 49ers have been the most consistent, better team all season long in a much tougher conference. But Patrick Mahomes is that dude, and that's why the Kansas City Chiefs are going to find a way to have 15 make a little magic and walk out of here with their Super Bowl championship. I'm not here to please you. Everybody enjoy the show and have a great Super Sunday.